Hi everyone, this is Leslie of Succulent Social. Today we have an array of Echeveria agavoides varieties here with us, and if you see two pairs of hands working, that is because I have a special guest today that will be working with me. Alright, so our special guest for today would be my dear husband, Alfred, who is working with me in our business Succulent Social. And the reason why he is here is because we want to flex a little gift that I had for him. I think 2 weeks ago was Father's Day in most parts of the world except for Australia. We didn't get to celebrate, but we went to a nursery and we got this for him, and in return he's gonna help me with the videos today. So this is the Echeveria Romeo and Echeveria agavoides Romeo. So pretty, isn't it? Look at that. Ta-da! It's still small, but maybe come spring, when spring comes, it will grow bigger, and of course with more sun exposure it will have more color. All right, so when we brought that home, we said we will display it with the rest of our agavoides, and we realized that we had a few varieties, so we thought we'd make a video to show you what we have, and some of them as well are due for repotting, cleaning, and we'll do that today as we tell you more about these varieties. So why are they called agavoides? They said that it means resembling agave, which is, they look like small agave. Oides, they said, is a Latin for being similar to. So agavoides means being similar to agave. Yeah. Okay, so before we start cleaning them and repotting them, what are agavoides? Echeveria agavoides. So basically, they are a bit dense and compact rosette type of Echeveria, and the leaves are triangular in shape, and they are also quite chubby, like this. This is a good example. This is Echeveria agavoides lipstick. So this is a small one. When it grows, it will be like this, and it could even get bigger as well. So this variety of Echeveria agavoides prefers full sun to partial shade, and the more that you expose them to sun, the more that their colors, the tips will provide you with more colors, like this Echeveria agavoides Blood Maria. Today we'll be working with these two pots. This one, as you see, has a small offset that's ready to be separated from mama, and also it's already very tight and compact in this pot, so we will move them to this beautiful ceramic pot. And as you can see, always make sure to use a pot that has drainage hole. It's very important for your succulents, so that when you water them, the water will just go through out of the drainage hole, and that they will not be drenched with water for too long. Also, this is Echeveria agavoides lemire, and it is already growing big out of its pot, so we will put this in this beautiful terracotta pot. Okay, so let's start with Echeveria lemire, and we will remove it from its pot. I have my helper here, my husband Alfred, who will help us repot it. As I mentioned earlier, we have quite a few varieties of agavoides. The only challenge I have with them is identifying what they are, because although they have triangular leaves such as this, sometimes when they get delivered from the nursery, they're actually just green, and they're actually smaller than this. This has been with us for quite a while, so they're already showing the red tips, but when they get delivered, sometimes they're just green and quite small, so we couldn't identify what they are until they get full sun, or until they get exposed to sun, and their unique characteristics are starting to show up. So we have already cleaned this lemire, and we will pot it in the terracotta pot. We will use our succulent soil mix. So as you know about succulents, they would need fast draining soil. So this one is a mix of soil and some sand, some perlite, as well as cocoa peat. So while Alfred is potting this lemire, let me tell you a little bit more information about agavoides. Basically, they're echeveria. So we care for them just the way we would care for echeverias, which are sun-loving varieties. So we give them partial shade to full sun. With regards to water, best to stick with the soak and dry method, which is give your succulent a deep drink and then let the soil dry out before you water them again. If you can, try to water at the roots, just keeping the leaves dry to prevent any root rots. But if you're like us with our succulents mostly outside, rain or shine, then you don't really have to. If you can't, these are not the fuzziest anyway. Of course, during winter or colder season, water your plants less. Okay, so here is our potted lemire. After letting it settle for a while, it will join the gang here in our garden. Second pot that we will give a little care today is this Echeveria prolifera. So as you can see, it has a lot of dry leaves as well as a baby that needs to be cut off, and it's very compact here. It might cause a little bit of stem rot, so we have to clean that, and we have to make sure that they will have a good airflow. And say hello to our friend. So once you have cleaned the roots and the stem of the offset is revealing, it's easy to separate it from the mama plant. All you need to do is just pull it, and some parts of the stems here already have formed their roots, so that is very, very good. There are also some babies inside, but they're still very small, so we'll let them stay with their mama to grow more. So if there are any dried or saggy leaves at this stage in between, this is the time to remove them, and then we just dry this for about 3 to 4 days to let the fresh cut callus. We just apply cinnamon powder on the cut, as cinnamon helps protect our succulents from fungal infection, so we apply that to the big one too. Yes, we mentioned to you that we need to air dry this for about 3 to 4 days. Of course, that did not happen. It's been a week now since we last removed them from the pot, and that's okay. Just give them a few more days to air dry. Baby plant has been completely dry. Mama plant as well. The roots are dry. The small babies are there, still intact. So now we can do our repotting. And I think at this stage, it's good to point out the importance of choosing the right pot size for your plant. We don't want to put them in, say, a huge pot, which might just overwhelm them. Huge pot, of course, means more soil, and when you water that soil, that means a lot of moisture, which takes a long time to dry, and that's not gonna make our plant happy. That could be a cause for a possible root rot. On the other side, if you put it in a teeny tiny pot, then you will not leave any space for it to grow. So this nursery pot is just perfect for our baby plant. Now mama plant will be potted in this beautiful terracotta pot, and I must say I just love the look of this, the color of the terracotta pot against the river pebbles with the red tips on this agavoides coming out. It's just looking so perfect right now, and I just love it. So now we have potted them completely. We will just let it settle for a while. We will put it in this rack, which is partially shaded. We don't really want to shock them as we expose them to the whole environment of the garden. And that's it actually for this video on agavoides. We hope we were able to share a thing or two with you about this variety and how to take care of them. If you have any questions, just put it in the comment section below. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to our channel, and would be delighted to share more succulent videos with you. So until next time, and bye for now.